What is up, guys? Leif Erikson here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about why I think RuneScape is the greatest game ever made and why a lot of people also think the same thing I do. In this video I will be going over pretty much everything, reasons why that I think that the game is so amazing and why you should be playing it, and some nostalgia from like my childhood. I've been playing the game since 2005 pretty much, on and off, here and there. I've had one max character before in the past, but then I lost it to two-step authenticator, because I lost my phone and number and stuff, and I was poor at the time. But like, I always come back. I've just came back with this new character and all that stuff, but basically, the real reason why I think that I'm also going to go over all the skills and all that stuff too later in the video for those of you that want to check that out. But I want to get right into this. This is just going to be me doing this all in one take while I'm doing some mining here. And yeah, so it's just going to be like a casual thing. I am going to max this character. That is going to be the whole thing with the series. I'm going to be live streaming every single day for that. So anyways, let's get right into this. Why RuneScape is the greatest game ever, I think, is because, one, it's got the most content out of any game ever. I have a lot of really good memories with this game, just like as a child. So like there is a little bit of nostalgia feeling for me, and I'm sure some of you that are watching this video, maybe for you as well. But the biggest thing, in my opinion, is that like there's just so much content in this game. Like it has some of the best quests in this game here. Like they actually have real stories. I mean, you can go through them, you can skip through them if you want, whatever kind of player you are. But like the quests have actual real value, and where most MMOs, they really don't have any value in their quests. It's more just kind of like, oh, hey, go kill this thing, 10 times. All right, go back, kill that same thing, which RuneScape does have that in this game, but it's under a skill called Slayer, which if you don't know, RuneScape does have like 24 skills, I think it is, something like that. We do have another one coming here soon. But basically, like, the quests actually progress your character, where like in many other MMOs it doesn't really progress your character that much, or like unlock things that are going to be valuable to you for like a very long time or till the very end of the game. Where a lot of the quests in RuneScape, they do give you those items, like, Monkey Madness gives you the Dragon Scimitar, which is like one of the best weapons for the trained strength and combat, for the mid-tier levels. And then you have other quests that like unlock Ice Gloves, Heroes Quest, or the Cooking Gauntlets and the Goldsmith Gauntlets with Family's Crest. Like there's a bunch of quests in this game that actually do unlock things, like Dragon Slayer, one of the first like little big quests, I guess you could say, gives you the ability to wear the rune plate body and wield and also dragon hide armor. So there's like the quests actually do like matter a lot in this game, and I do highly recommend you doing as many quests as possible when you first start, because it does actually give you a lot of experience in your skills, like the waterfall quest, and there's like a bunch of other, like pretty much every quest is going to help you progress your account. So it is actually very viable to try and get those done as quick as possible, but like don't burn yourself out, obviously. Now, another thing I would say, like now talking about the skills, like you have all these skills, they all go up to 99. As you can see, I have a few 99s here, which I highly do recommend if you do have the willpower to knock out 99 fire making first. It will help you so much, and not only a lot of quests, but also you'll gain a lot of money if you do the mini game called Winter Told, or Winter Todd, however it's pronounced. But yeah, so there's fire making, I believe, is a great skill to do, because you'll get a lot of early money that you can use on cooking, which is another one I did. And then with cooking, pretty much throughout the whole way up through to 1 to 99, you make money doing cooking. So it's kind of silly not to just get cooking out of the way. Plus, it's pretty fast. It only takes like maybe a week, I think, to get that get 99 in cooking. And then I did fletching and magic kind of together, where I was just doing, which is fletching is another one, you just make pure money if you just do the bows. If you're just doing like the more casual laid back stuff where you're just stringing and making bows, which I did all the way to 99 for 99 fletching also. And with getting 99 in those three skills with high alching all the bows at the end, I had over 20 mil to start this account, which helped me get my prayer up, my construction up a little bit, and also get some gear. So I do highly recommend those three skills. Maybe if you want to push it like for the first like month and get these three skills just knocked out right away. That's what I personally did. You don't have to do that, but I think it is a good place to start, along with doing a bunch of quests and stuff. And it also pays for some of your quests and prayer potions and all that stuff. But like the fire cape in general is, I think, is very very useful because it counts as a light source. So in a lot the what is it, the Ham quest line, and with the Lost City. If you do know, if you don't know, it's one of the quest lines where you do need a light source for a lot of the parts of those quests, and it just helps. It helps a lot. Or even if you go in a dungeon or something that needs light source, it just automatically counts as one. Now, these are your 3 combat skills if you don't know already. Most people focus more on strength. Basically, strength is your higher hits. Melee is your accuracy, and defense is your defense, like how often you can like miss getting hit, pretty much. So those 3 are like usually the most common ones that people get up first, along with Slayer. So you can see I've been slacking to Slayer a little bit just because, and even combat a little bit. Like I got my 60 attack so I could wield Dragon, and then I'm working on 60 strength, and then I'm gonna get 60 defense next because I kind of do them all together. Some people, they'll get like 75 attack and defense and then just go straight to 99 strength. I don't like doing that personally because I don't really care about like PvP and stuff like that. So I just kind of do them all. Plus, I just like to see my skills kind of level up at the same time. Range is range. I mean, it's basically self-explanatory. You just go shoot things with bows, crossbows, stuff like that. It's a very, very important skill. I think range and magic are probably more important than melee combat for most big bossing and all that stuff like that. Hence why my magic is 83, because I think magic is probably one of the most important skills in this game to have pretty high, along with prayer, which is the other one that I want to talk about. Prayer is super important, at least getting base 70 prayer so that you can unlock one of the most important skills in the game, which is piety. I forgot the name for a second. I've been playing this game forever, and there's so many. I'm just trying to think of so many things at once right now, so please bear with me. Again, this is a one take. I do apologize, but I just want to take the time, though, real quick and say, like, I am going to be making videos on RuneScape going forward. I am going to be streaming pretty much every single day. So if you see me on and you want to check out, and just, it would be nice to have people to talk to while I play my favorite game ever. But let's get back into these skills. I do appreciate if you do like this video, please give it a like and subscribe. Now, going back down, we got runecrafting. Runecrafting is a very popular skill. Well, unpopular. It's been unpopular, but it's like a really good skill to actually get up because you can make a lot of money with runecrafting. They have made it a little bit easier with their new mini game. It used to be like super tedious, but now I think the new medium. What is going on? Oh, okay. It was just a click. All right, but their new sorry, the new mini game has made it a lot easier and more bearable. And then there's also like a very good AFK option. 1 second. AFK option once you get to like 90, where you can make blood runes and stuff, like really AFK. So they've fixed rune crafting. Some people may be mad about that. I know when I originally did rune crafting, I had to just go through the abyss, and it was just a pain in the butt. Construction is very important, but super expensive. Same with prayer. Those are probably like 2 of the more expensive skills in the game to get leveled up. But they're both super important because construction, you can have a player-owned house, and then you can unlock a bunch of like really good like teleporting, like enchantment things and all kinds of cool stuff. I'm not gonna go real into depth of construction, but it's super important to get up to as quick as you can. But like you don't really have to do it until you get into like bossing, because then that's when it's really really important, is when you start getting to like the more later game stuff. But early on, you don't really have to focus on construction as much. Hit points, I should have done with the combat stuff, but basically it's just like your health. It's how much health you have. Agility is pretty important. I'd say like 70 agility is pretty much about what you want. Like I still have to get a couple more levels in it. But at 57, it's been pretty okay. But I'd say 70 is probably like a good sweet spot if you don't want to go all the way to 99. I am going to be maxing this account. I'm going to be getting every single achievement. So this is, it's going to be a journey. Herbler is another one that you don't really have to worry about early game, but if you just want to knock out the first couple like 50 levels just to have base 50 or 70, base 70 stats, you can. It is a little bit expensive if you don't do farm runs and get seeds from drops from random things and stuff, but it can be pretty expensive, so it's kind of one of those things that like you kind of wait more later in the game to usually do. Thieving is just like one of the most painful skills to do in general. I don't really know. I mean, you can make some decent money with thieving, but it's kind of like a useless skill in my opinion. You just kind of steal stuff. Crafting, you want at least, I want to say probably 70, because you have to get them. If you're going to do all the quests, you pretty much have to get base 70 stats with everything just to do like the final quest. But it could go up with the new one that's coming out. I'm not sure. But right now, base 70 is pretty much like what you need to do, I think, everything in the game. I mean, obviously, you want your combat higher so that's easier to do bosses and stuff and raids. But uh, crafting is important. I think it's 55, so you can get your Slayer helm, and there's like many like things that you need to have high crafting for. So like basically you just craft jewels. Like I usually just cut gems. That's like I just use all the ones I get from mining and stuff, and that's pretty much usually how I train my crafting. Uh, Fletching, like I said earlier, just fletch stuff. Slayer is your kill X amount of mobs and repeat. It is also a really good money maker once you get to like I think it's like 70 or 80. Slayer is when you start making like real money in it. So something that you definitely should be doing early on. I haven't even really touched Hunter yet. All this is from quests, I believe. Uh, but Hunter, you basically you're like just trapping animals, and it's I mean it can make really good money if you get up to like chinchompas and you're not in a bot infested world. You can make pretty good money off chins, which are used for training range. And I think there's another thing that people use them for, but yeah, you can make pretty decent money doing hunter. Mining is basically what I'm doing. This is pretty much what most people do. There is like blast mining and another mini game, I believe, for mining. So like this is what majority of people do. They get your little outfits and stuff. Everyone's got little outfits. There's a lot of really cool things, man. Now, I do want to say, let's see, smithing. You just smith your stuff for my smithing's kind of a useless skill because the most you can get out of it is like make rune armor, which is like level 40 tier armor. So like, I mean, you can make a lot of money off smithing. Not gonna lie, like especially if you're using the blast furnace and stuff, you can make bank off smithing if you. But it is a little bit more click intensive, I believe, for the blast furnace. I haven't done it yet. It wasn't in the game last time I played. But I am looking forward to. Well, I just never did it because I already had. By the time Blast Furnace came out, when I had my old account, uh, I believe I already had 99 smithing, so it didn't matter. So I've never done Blast Furnace, so I just know that like you just kind of run in a circle type thing with ice gloves. Anyways, fishing, you just fish. It's super simple skill. Basically, all you want to do is just either you can fish and cook all your fish, or you can just uh, catch a full inventory and drop your fish with barbarian fishing and get all the way to 99 that way. That's probably the more efficient way. There's all these ticking things that people do. I'm not all about that. I'm just gonna let the game ride and do its thing. Uh, Wood cutting, you just cut trees, which then you can use for fletching or fire making, or just sell the wood, or you can do the same thing like I said before. You can either bank the wood or you can just drop it like fishing, which is probably what I'm gonna do. I'll just drop it unless it's like because I'm probably just gonna do until I get up to like elder or not elder. It's not elder in this one. Uh, Redwoods or whatever, but I'll probably just drop those two. I don't think you can't really make a lot of money in woodcutting. There's not a lot of money to be made there. It's too slow. The profit per hour is really not worth it. And then farming is the most AFK skill ever. You basically just do tree runs. That's all I do. I just do tree runs and then that's it. I don't even worry about anything else. You can do herb runs, which I haven't really gotten into yet, just because I'm usually doing so much other stuff that I don't want to take time out like even if it is only like 2 minutes, which a lot of people will be like, oh, just do. I'm like 1 or 2 tree runs a day. That's fine with me. I'm good with that. I'll slowly get my 99, if even if it takes like a year. Uh, basically, yeah. So another thing with this game, why I think it's the greatest game ever, is basically because I mean, when I've met some of the coolest people ever playing this game. I used to make YouTube videos all the time when I was younger. We'd make like RuneScape music videos. If any of you guys have ever seen those are really cool. Well, it was really fun back in the day doing that, and I've met a lot of really cool people. Some of them you may have heard of if you were around back then and you watched those videos that I was a part of. Like Deadlocks, he now does Minecraft stuff. He's huge in the Minecraft world. I used to make videos with him. I played like a Steel Titan in one of his videos. We used to talk a little bit. We weren't like best friends or anything, but like we knew a lot of the same people. One of my buddies, Bo Giga, he now has a band, New Haven. They're really good. He was really cool, freaking Alex. But yeah, there's a few dudes that I know that were like back in the day. We kind of a big deal, which was pretty nice. And I still talk to some of them every once in a while. Not so much all of them, because everyone's kind of grown up and gone on their own way. But I do keep in touch with some of them, and it's really nice. Like, just I don't know, man. We used to do prank calls. We'd be up all night playing this game. Uh, like literally, this game was like our life, and outside of like sports and stuff, because we all played football or tennis or whatever. But like this was our thing. Like pretty much, we'd get home from school, do whatever we had to do. Once we were home, we were pretty much just on our computers if we weren't like just out hanging out with our real life friends or whatever. And we'd just be on Skype calls for like literally all night long, especially in the summertime. If we had nothing going on, it was literally like 24/7, like just talking to each other and playing RuneScape and grinding out levels and stuff. It was freaking amazing. There's so much more to this game, man. Like the bossing, just to get into the bossing, is like like the game looks super simple, when you're just looking from the outside in, but like it has some of the most complex like mechanics of like most games. There's a lot to be like. There's tick manipulation. There's all these like hidden things that like people don't see that are just looking out and they're watching and they're like, oh, that looks super easy. Like the first time you do Jad, like it looks super easy when you're watching someone that like has done it like 20,000 times, but you don't take into the consideration that like once Jad shows up, you start panicking until you've killed him like 1 or 2 times. Like you're even sometimes still like people still panic when even though they beat Jad like 10 times because they're like they know it's just one misclick, one prayer switch mess up and it's game over. And I personally do not look forward to getting my first skill cape on this account because like I know that I'm going to be so freaking nervous. I'm going to mess up. But one tip for like if you are still watching this video, thank you so much. But one tip I have to say with if you are doing Jad and you're having trouble, just worry about the magic prayer switch. So after a magic attack, switch automatically back to range. And then once you hear the magic thing, because it does have a slightly different sound, you'll know it is slightly delayed too. Then switch the magic and then instantly switch back the range. And only prayer switch for magic. Because so like even if it is back to back magic, always just switch back. Because then it's less that you have to think about and you're less likely to make a mistake. That is one thing that really did help me. And I'm hoping it helps me again when I end up doing Jad. It might be a while because it's going to be a while for me to do any like real bossing or anything. I still have to get like all my combat up and stuff still. But yeah, there's just so much stuff here, man. Like the people you meet. I mean, it is a little bit less like it is a little more dead now. Like people used to be a little bit more social back in the day and stuff. But I mean, I still have fun. I like the slow grind of it. Like it's really AFK. There's a lot of AFK skills. So like I'll do like my college work and stuff. I'll hang out with my wife and kids. It gives me a lot of time to be able to just do whatever I want to do. And there's mobile too, man. Mobile is a game changer. If you can't be on your computer, you could just play on your phone. There's all kinds of like cool shit that you can do on this game. Yeah, freaking. Oh, I didn't even talk about even just the GE alone, the Grand Exchange. There's a marketplace in the game where you can trade and stuff with players, even if you don't. So like you can play this game any way you want. So like if you just want a skill and just cut trees all day, you can just cut trees all day. It's a complete sandbox game. So like in the GE, if you want to just flip stuff and like play the stock market pretty much, you can do that. There's people that literally that's all they do in this game is just like flip items, make bank, and like that's it. And then they just parade around in their expensive stuff because they're rich and it's all about fashion skate, blah blah blah. But like you can just like if you just want a skill and just be a complete pure uh just not even do any combat, you can do that. You don't have to do any quests. There's nothing in this game that tells you what you need to do and when to do it. It's 100% up to you. You take it at your own pace. You do whatever you want. There's achievement diaries. There's all kinds of stuff, like achievement stuff that you have to do. There's favors stuff, which I still have to do a lot of this stuff. It tells you all your stuff here. So like there's so much stuff to this game. It can be overwhelming, but I do have to say, like, if you just kind of take it one step at a time, do it how you feel like you want to play, there's no wrong way. Technically, in my opinion, there is no end game in this game. The whole game is the end game. So like from the time you start this game, you're already in the end game. The whole journey, I feel like, is the end game. Uh, because you literally have there's no one telling you what to do. Now there are suggestions, and there is like technically like a path that you should be taking. Like I've been using this thing on my computer, like my quests. I've been using like an optimal quest guide thing. It's usually more catered for like Iron Man type thing. But like I've been doing my quests in that order with like slightly going out of order here and there to like do like Monkey Madness or something like that, or the Frenetic Trials and Isles quest. But like I pretty much just, if you can look up like an optimal quest guide, it'll show you like the easiest order to do your quests in, so that like it makes it easy and you're going kind of like you're progressing your account as you go and getting those early levels done and out of the way and just making things a little bit easier for you. But there's so much stuff. There's like two other spell books. Here's all your spells. But there's two quests. Again, going back to quests, there's the Desert Treasure quest unlocks your ancient magic, and then the Lunar Diplomacy unlocks your lunar spells. And then I believe there's even more now. Like there's so many magic spells now, it's crazy. But there's still a lot of stuff that I don't even know about in this game. Like I'm just being real, and I've been playing RuneScape since 2005 on and off. There's still a lot of stuff I don't even know, and that in content I haven't even touched or looked at. But I'm excited for this journey. Like I said, if you're still here, thank you so much. Leave a like on this video, comment. I am streaming every day. It'd be nice to have a couple people watching, and there's so much cool shit to do in this game, man. And I'm going to be doing 100% completion of this game. That means all this stuff here, all these things, everything's going to be done. All the collections, everything. So if you want to join me on that journey, I appreciate it so much. And yeah, freaking, I'm going to be... it's going to be a long, fun journey, and I really hope I can have some people to talk to along the way. I mean, I'm just doing this for fun, regardless. I just figured it'd be fun to, like, kind of record my path this time, instead of, like, just doing it, and then, like, losing it all, and then not having it to look back on. So, like, this is more just for me, just recording my progress and having something to look back on while I'm playing. But yeah, I'm sure I missed stuff. I'm gonna be making other videos like it's kind of like mini guides and stuff like that. Maybe I'll get back into making some silly videos. I'm not sure, but mostly it's gonna be around this account. There's also, you can play Iron Man, hardcore Iron Man. There's all kinds of different types of ways you can play it on top of just like having an open sandbox. They're always constantly updating this game. There's so much stuff, and there's always new stuff coming out. So if you haven't yet, check out this game. It is freaking amazing. It's not a sponsor. I just love RuneScape. is the only thing I've been doing. My wife's been getting mad at me because I have been playing a little too much lately, but it's just something that keeps my mind occupied, and it's something fun to do. But anyways, yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. I'll probably be making a video about a place that I think is a good place to AFK train, that a lot of people forgot about. So look forward to that. Peace. See you guys later.